Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my Expo Explained video. So this video I'm hoping that you have seen JanyuTech Expo interview. So this company is a robotics company, advanced robotics company. So they specialized on things that we generally don't think about. For example, the idea is they're gonna take care of your furnace. Now like, wait a minute, what do we need to do with furnace? Well, you have to understand furnaces are not a clean environment. They have a lot of flux and stuff and impurities that pile up. So your furnace could be this big, but if you do not clean it regularly, turns out your furnace would be this tiny because all the gunk that will build up on its area. Now we are talking about furnaces that are hot, upwards of 1200 degrees Celsius. That's too hot. So even if you turn it off, basically you turn off the heater or fuel burners, it will take time. Like it will take sweet time to cool down to room temperature, because again these are big things, so they take their sweet time. Now penalty is you can't send humans to clean it and break up the chips and just funnel it out, because again humans and 1200 degrees Celsius, they don't mix. So the idea is, what if you have a robot that can handle 500 degrees Celsius? Now if you know anything about temperatures, you know the first few degrees drop very quickly, meaning it's almost like this. So the last 3 days you do not have to wait. Basically turn it off and 500 degrees Celsius would be reached very quickly. So what does it mean for the operator? For operator, basically company that is utilizing this, it means their downtime, that is they can't do anything about it, goes down from 7 days to 3 to 4 days. That's almost 50% saving. Now ask any of your industrial friend who deal with this sort of thing, like how priceless it is to have basically downtime. That again, there are downtimes that will be there. You just want it to be scheduled and controlled. What would be the value of it if you can save off 50% of it? Answer: shut up, take money. That's how this company is running. Now that's high temperature department. There is other department, aquatic, basically water bodies. Now there are a lot of water bodies that we utilize for multiple sector. One of the common one is power plants, basically thermal power plants. That includes basically nuclear also. So the idea is you generally have a reservoir, bonkers amount of water is there. But here's the deal, even if you have, let's just say, a small source of water, let's just say you have basically a canal that is feeding that reservoir will shrink in size. Basically your reservoir will start this big and over time it will shrink. Now why it will shrink? Because sediments, evaporation removes the water, does not remove the salt. So over time sediment starts to build up. If you have fresh water body that is depositing stuff, that will happen exponentially quicker. So let's just say you need 1 square kilometer of water body, you may end up slowly losing 50% of it without even noticing it. So turns out these things, basically these water bodies that are necessary for industry and power, they require cleaning. So how the heck you clean it? Well, you have to empty it, meaning massive water wastage. On top of that, you have to send a team of people to clean it. So this company creates a system where it's like, hey, we have a robot. And here's the funny thing, it's underwater robotics, industrial grade, meaning you do not have to do anything. You just send it and it will keep cleaning slowly, brick by brick. Basically, it's a live immune system for your water bodies. You can keep cleaning it before it becomes an issue. So you do not have any shutdown. And again, shutdown is expensive. So this sort of robotics pays for itself, this sort of service pays for itself very quickly. So companies are like, bro, sell me this sort of toolkit service, I will buy it. Shut up, take money kind of deal. And that's how this company is thriving. And they're also making robotics, which again, India is kind of ironically behind in this regard, is that we don't have sewage cleaning robotics. We kind of messed up that part. It's, again, I don't want my kit to be sewage cleaner, nor do you want it to be. Like, unless it's like engineers who are building it. But again, it had to be cleaned by robotics. And there was not enough toolkit for it. Thankfully, this company is also building toolkits for that carcinogenic and brutal and harsh and dangerous environment also. So that's also a very humane thing to do. So I'm happy with the sort of system. And again, these robotics are generally very not hyper advanced, but they also have some fancy stuff. Like for example, for ISRO during pandemic era, because again ISRO is a space agency and space agency have asset in space that work 24/7. It does not care what happens on the ground. You have to make sure that people monitoring it and maintaining it can remain at station 24/7. But again, how do you do that during pandemic? You have to sterilize the hell out of it. So they built a UV robot for that. And again, there are robotics of similar nature for hospitals and all that. So they built something that is tailor-made for ISRO's need. So that's a very awesome use case. And they also have some advanced stuff, which includes quadriplegic robot, basically a mule kind of structure, like robot dog, bigger one. The idea was that Indian Army wants the ability for soldiers to carry just the bare minimum and have a robotic companion that is carrying upwards of 1 ton of payload in a rough terrain. So you have your forward base, and then you have vehicles. After the vehicle, what do you do to go to the actual front line? You use this sort of puppy, and that will carry your stuff. Now again, be mindful, almost all countries are working on it, and they have worked with basically JanyuTech have worked with DRDO to bring something like that to market. Of course, they will not share full detail of it, but it's under works, let's just put it that way. And they also worked humanoid, although I'm not sold on humanoid, because again, from war point of view, they don't make that much sense. But again, hey, tools are tools, and more development equals more knowledge equals more understanding and more growth. So that's cool. And so far, these are just robotic systems. But again, they noticed certain things that we don't think about. For example, they realized that cement, we generally nowadays ship concrete. Cement plus aggregate equals concrete. So ready to use mixture, it's a normal thing nowadays, even in India, where the cement plant generally creates a mix and they ship it to you. But again, this mix will start to solidify, so they generally have a drum. That drums keep spinning. As long as it's traveling, it will keep spinning. So how do you know a cement truck is full or empty? If the drum is spinning, it's full. If drum is empty, it will be stopped. So they spin it. But here's the paradox: how do you know how long it will take you to go from your factory to the delivery point? You don't, especially if you have to go through traffic. So certain additives were created that allows the cement mixture to be liquid enough that it can flow, because if it does not flow well enough, you cannot use it for construction, because again, it will create too much void and you have to break it down again and then pour again with far more fluid system. So there has to be an optimum point. Now spinning the drum delays it but does not stop it. So what do you do? Well, we generally have additive, which the driver, either by a mechanical system or physically go and drop into it. That's a problematic system, because again, driver does not know what is the future condition. Like he could be like, okay, let's just, he thinks, let's just say there is a severe traffic ahead. He just pours a lot of additive to make sure that it's good, but traffic clears up, now you have wasted it. So you generally want only the amount that is needed. How would you do that? They figured out that that drum is being rotated by hydraulic system. Hydraulic systems have generally very good feedback readout, meaning you can read the PSI on it, bar, how many bars it is. So based on the cement, you can create a lookup table, so to say. Basically, if the PSI is going this much, cement has hardened that much, meaning now you have a control circuit. Utilizing that, they have built a kit that you mount on basically this sort of cement trucks, delivery trucks, and it automatically doses as much as is needed. Not more, not less. Just the right amount, just like sweet spot. So this is also a very crucial, quality control step, because again, if you do not have QC in concrete, you have hopes and dream. You don't have a building, you just have hopes and dream. So how do you make sure you do proper batch control? How do you make sure that you have proper batch control if you do not know how the final additive is being added? What if you have a feedback loop system that only adds as much as is needed, not much, not less? That's like, shut up, take money. And that's what they have developed. So this company is far more what you call a backbone grade company, rather than just like, big flashy new thing. It's just like, we don't think about it. Like you don't think about like, okay, how the heck people are cleaning the water body that is needed for coal power plant? That's not a thought you or I think about it. Like I did not even know a furnace requires that much cleaning. But again, it's a thing. And again, you can't have a country without a furnace. So there are certain requirements that we overlook, because it's not oh, quantum battery, quantum entanglement, and hula la la, and AI and giga la la. Like we need things that are like, robust, something like, you can count on something. If somebody builds a power plant, they do not have to like, okay, how the hell are we going to clean it? Do we have to hire someone from Germany? No. Or do we have to waste all the water? No. You call up JanyuTech in India, they have like, bro, we got you, fam. So this is a very, what we call hidden kind of thing, but very solid. And again, reducing the wastage of concrete, it's win-win-win scenario for all parties involved. And I'm happy with that. So this was a very, what you call, underappreciated kind of market, but I'm very glad and very happy that we have it. It's good. It's nice. So this was my presentation on the Expo Explained kind of video. I do apologize. I've been traveling a lot, so I do not have time for like the whole shebang with the TV. I apologize for that. But I hope you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst your friends. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra disappointment. Please leave a comment, because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free. And as always, thanks for watching.